welcome to the first game of the MLS Season 4 Shovelers Cup Playoffs live on MBS. We are live in Sandsvik, where Sandsvik and Crystal City will be competing for their placement in the quarterfinals. Whoever wins this game will compete against the city-state of Catania in the fourth quarterfinal. Sandsvik and Crystal City among, I believe it was 10 teams that qualified for the Shovelers Cup playoffs. So, however, they are below the top six. The top six teams in the MLS Season 4 were guaranteed placement in the quarterfinals. The 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th teams are competing to determine who will go to the quarterfinals. Only two of them will advance, and one of them will be either Sandsvik or Crystal City, and we're going to find out which one right now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your MLS official, and well, not necessarily the MLS official, but I'm your official, and I'm your announcer, color commentator, and announcer today. I'm Elite Neon, and I just had a dental procedure this morning, so I'm in a lot of pain right now. But we're going to suffer through that for this game of MLS Bleef. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yep.
Both players have indicated that they are ready. 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off, and we're using the Smith & Wesson 442 revolver, which is new from Smith & Wesson this year, this month, really. The trench is being dug. The trench, of course, has been entrenched in the minds of MLS viewers and players since the Salinas City State of Shadow Point series. I have no clue as to what the trench looks like. I'd say a tree branch with no tree, with no leaves.
Hi, Protocol. MBS is on the air.
And it occurs to me now that we are not in P1.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And so,
There's barely anyone in
the battle lines are drawn. Both teams just seem to be on their respective ice sheets. Sandsvik making the offensive move. Doesn't work well for them, but they're still up on the ice. The score remains 0-0.
We do have a bit of a standoff going on. Skelly and Sands coming up on the
offensive
same
move.
island.
Very close. Very close.
It looks like Sands briefly made an arrow pointing at himself.
Yes, yeah. Of course, the winner of this game will go on to face our owner, Kitty Cat 11231, and the City State of Catania for the I do believe the first round of the quarterfinals.
Yes, as we said, the
very close call on both sides.
Since the City-State of Catania is in the top six, the City-State of Catania is guaranteed placement in the quarterfinals. For the bottom four of the playoffs, they have to compete in the first round of games to determine placement into the quarterfinals. Whoever wins, that looks like...
I think that was Skelly first.
That looked close, but I'm going to review the footage. Hold for one moment.
From my eyes, Skelly went down first, and it was significant enough of a delay that I would call the right for Skelly.
Skelly was all the way down in the water before Sands went down, so I think it's safe to call that as a point for Sandsvik.
I will call that as a... The score now here is 1-0 in beautiful and chilly Sandsvik. My mother has texted me asking if I took that second Tylenol, which I did, and I need to respond soon, but we'll get to that. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yep.
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. We're off again. The trench is I'm going to call this one a trench. It faces north and south along the center portion of the field. And Skelly goes down almost immediately, bringing the score to 2-0 here in Sandsvik. And, well, my notifications are just off the hook today.
So Sandsvik takes a 2-0 lead. The game is not over by any means. Their teams have come back from a deficit like this, and there is also Crystal City's home match in Crystal City.
Gentlemen, are you ready?
Match.
Yep.
This is a single elimination game, Kitty.
Yeah, this is single elimination.
So it's not a best of 3?
No.
In that case, Crystal City has to win this game in order to get themselves further on in the playoffs.
Well, that comes as a surprise even to me. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Yep.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
I'm fairly sure I said on Discord that it's just one game. In fact, I just looked up the message and I clearly said that.
The trench runs from the northwest to the southeast. If this was a central city, this would be running from northwest station to a southeast station. It's not all the way, though, on the northwest side, but it's very, very close. And I would call this a trench. This is, in fact, a trench. Skelly Zopperman on the southwest side, and San Luigi on the northeast side. Central City Northeast, of course, being a very nice MRT station, one of my favorites.
Is the are the quarterfinals going to be best of 3, or the quarterfinals going to be the same as this?
Quarterfinals are best of 3.
Okay.
I would call
just
this a
the round.
standoff here in Sandsvik, but it makes like it looks like both teams have swapped sides. I was about to call that as an offensive move on the part of San Luigi.
Oh.
Offensive move by Skelly, and the score goes to 3-0.
That is a match point. Sandsvik with a 3-0 lead. We have seen teams lose after having a 3-0 lead before. That has happened. That has happened on games we broadcast. So it is not, the game is not over, but Sandsvik is in a good position to win their spot into the quarterfinals.
Oh, I lost to Skelly before at a 3-0 lead.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, I do believe that SB Nation should have made a video about that. Come on, not even a courtesy laugh. What am I going on about? Okay, but Skelly is ready. Sans, are you ready?
Yep.
Alrighty, 3, 2, 1, go. My mouse was a little bit sticky there, but what's wrong with it?
Hey Lego, live on MBS right now.
Hi.
Yeah, there seems to be there seems to be 2 trenches here. One running from the northwest center to the center, and one from the west to the south center.
Looks like Skelly.
Skelly's Opperman isn't.
Skelly's taking a bit of a
Skelly-
defensive position on an island right there.
Yeah,
And
Skelly's
they are-
Opperman in the southwest corner. Sans Luigi in the center, in between 2 ice sheets.
And they are in a bit of a standoff. Skelly, they're making some crossover, but never coming into direct contact with each other at the moment.
This is starting to look like a Toronto freeway interchange. You have to actively troll Google Maps to know what I'm speaking of. Skelly's Opperman on the southwest corner, and Sans Luigi on the southeast ice sheet in the south corner. Moving up to the northwest, making an offensive move. Very close call for both sides from my angle. Interesting game here, and beautiful and chilly Sandsvik. We of course in the Sven.
Can someone tell Avanish to get out of the way?
Avanish needs to get out the way, apparently.
Someone in chat.
Looks like both sides are charging at each other, but immediately retreating. Looks like Sans making an offensive move.
Sans
Oh,
taking a
major
bit of
lag.
internet lag there.
Yeah,
but
big lag
manages to
spike.
Survive that.
Yeah, thank you, Verizon.
That was with the server.
I think
that was a joke, Skelly.
That was on Sans' end, because Skelly, you didn't
Yeah.
start moving, only Sans did. So it was Sans' internet that cut out. But yeah, they are still playing sort of standoffishly, like we, an offensive move from... Ooh,
Offensive move, and the score
Crystal
goes
City
to 3-1.
scored its first point.
This will not be a blank out. Crystal City will not go into the dark, will not die without a fight. I forgot the line about going out into the dark. I'm a klutz.
It is still a,
Do not go gentle into that good night.
It is still match point for Sandsvik, but Crystal City is on the board.
Gentlemen, are you ready?
Ready.
Both players have indicated that they are ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Off again in Sandsvik, the trench is running from... There seems to be a split-in-twain trench that resembles the lower part of the District of Columbia. The main branch of, let's call this the Potomac River, runs from about the south center, and then it runs to where the Anacostia would be in width in comparison up to the north center. San Luigi is chipping away at the area about where Mount Vernon would be, I would believe. Skelly Zalverman's in the southwest corner. San Luigi's in the northwest side sheet. Offensive move by Sands,
close
and
call
the
for Sands
players
there.
have swapped places.
That was a close call for Sands right there with that whole Skelly.
Very close call, yes. Skelly Zalberman in the southwest corner. San Luigi in the eastern ice sheet. A very, very
Save
large
should
ice
be
sheet.
coming up.
The save, a dreaded anomaly on the MRT, is brought to you by Minecraft 1.15. Please fix it, Mojang. I'm sorry, Mojang Studios. Some digging by both sides, but we do remain in a standoff. San Luigi hopping over to the northwest corner, hopping over into the northeast corner. The northeast center, making an offensive move, digging a new trench, splitting the ice sheet, and the save is starting.
That's the save right there.
Yep.
The only advice that this announcer can give is run and pray. The save lag seems to be over, and we still in the standoff. Offensive move by Sands, repelled by Skelly. Another offensive move, and Sands goes down.
Another point for Crystal City.
This could be a repeat of the last Sandsvik Crystal City game, where Sandsvik choked and...
Could Crystal City manage an impressive comeback? The score is 3-2. It is still match point for Sandsvik. If Sandsvik gets another point, they are the winners. They advance to the quarterfinals. However, if Crystal City scores another point, then the game will be tied, and as per MLS rules, it'll no longer be a 1-4. It'll be a 1-5. So we'll have to see if Crystal City can manage to pull off that comeback, or if Sandsvik will clinch victory.
Sands, are you ready?
Yep.
Both players have indicated that they are ready. 3, 2, 1, ow. We're off again, and we don't seem to have a concrete trench yet. Now we seem to have a concrete trench. It's running from the west corner, from the west center to the south center approximately. There seems to be a divot, multiple divots, and I'm no longer going to call this a trench. Now I'm going to call it a trench again. It runs from the north corner to the west corner down to the south corner in a sort of elongated Y shape. Somewhat reminiscent of the Yale logo, but that might just be me.
From my angle, it looks like
Zalberman
a sad, injured creeper.
I can see that. Of course, Skelly Zalberman in the northwest corner, Sans Luigi in the center on the eastern ice sheet. Sans inherits the much larger eastern ice sheet, and Skelly Zalberman has a smaller piece in the northwest corner. The save is in progress, 2 minutes 0 seconds. The save is bad. Sans Luigi.
The save only affects Spleef really right at the beginning of the save. Like, it doesn't really. Yeah. Really, what the save would impact is like PvP or anything involving shooting arrows.
Yeah.
But
I do believe that Skelly is moving towards an intentional island, and I will call it in just a moment. And
it looks like we now have a official island, so that's going to be a field reset.
And we'll go with that. The score remains 3-2 here in Sandsvik. Gentlemen, are you ready?
Ready.
Both players have indicated to me that they are ready. 3, 2, 1, match point. Trench is already dug from the south center. The Rama store by Ox 10 is open in East Mesa. And the trench extends from the south center to the north center, and on the south center seems to be just a little bit off. Skelly Zombie, offensive move by San Luigi. And I have accidentally fallen into the pit there. San Luigi on the northwest corner, southeast corner for Skelly Zomberman. The winner of this will face the 2 seed, I believe, City State of Catania. And that's the game. That's the game. The score is 4-2 here in Sandsvik, and Sandsvik will advance on to play the City State of Catania in Zakwar, I do believe.
Yes.
Crystal City has just finished a remarkable season, a well-fought season, and I congratulate Crystal City on a good season. I'd like to congratulate San Luigi and the Sandsvik team for making it into the playoffs. You get shot now.
No.
As per tradition. Usually we shoot the losers, but since the losers are going home to Crystal City, I figure we shoot Sandsvik since they're already here.
So that is that was the first game of the first round, the round that determines placement for the bottom 4 playoff teams into the quarterfinals. Sandsvik is the winner at 4-2, meaning that they will go on to compete against the city-state of Catania in the quarterfinals. We have one more game in the first round, or as MBS is referring to it in our graphics, the pre-quarters. That is going to be between Cactus River and Rockham. We don't have an exact time frame scheduled for that yet, but we are going to try to get a time frame for that by the end of today, and we hope to broadcast that before the weekend. And, of course, the winner of that game, Cactus River versus Rockham, will go on to compete against Titsan Saki in the quarterfinals. And we're looking to start broadcasting the quarterfinals this weekend. So stay tuned to MBS all season long as we broadcast the MLS Shovelers Cup playoffs for Season 4. From MBS Sports and Games in Sandsvik, I'm Kitty Catwoman 231, and thanks for watching.